This is Tony G here from Tony'sPicks.com with our free NFL pick show here for Sunday, December 29th. We'll have picks from all 9 games. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you like this video, give us a like, a thumbs up. You really help our channel. Let's get this one started. Colts and Giants here Sunday afternoon. Indianapolis quarterback Anthony Richardson is out. Left guard questionable. On defensive linebacker is questionable. New York receiver Malik Neighbor is questionable, and their center out. On defensive linebacker is out. The Colts have significant injury advantage based on the Dr. Chow ratings. The highest health rating in the Colts defense, 89, with the lowest rated unit here, the Giants offense, 75.5. They're on the health rating. Indianapolis improved to 7-8 after their 38-30 home victory to Tennessee. The Colts gained 458 yards, 335 rushing for 6.7 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 307 yards to the Titans, with 65 rushing on 22 carries. Anthony Richardson completed 7 of 11 passes for 131 yards with a touchdown and pick. New York fell to 2-13, a 34-7 road defeat to Atlanta. The Giants gained 234 yards, 45 rushing on 13 carries. Defensively, they allowed 329 yards to the Falcons with 202 passing yards on 27 attempts. Drew Lock, 22 of 39 passing for 210 yards with a touchdown and 2 picks. Joe Flacco to start for Indy at quarterback. The Colts are long shots to make the playoffs and are limited with a Denver win, by the way. And New York at home is averaging only 10 points per game. In their past 3 games, they've allowed 28 points per game, 71% completion rate, 8.2 yards per pass attempt. New York is filled to cover 6 of 7 at home. Flacco has completed 67% of his passes this year, 6.9 yards per pass attempt. Pick here will be on Indianapolis here, -7. Got Raiders and Saints for here Sunday afternoon. All right, Las Vegas starters on offense and defense healthy. New Orleans running back Carmelo out with receiver Valdez-Scantling questionable. On defensive tackles questionable. Of course, New Orleans quarterback Derek Carr is out. And Las Vegas has a clear injury advantage based on the Dr. Chow ratings. The highest health rating in the Raiders offense with the lowest rating here, the Saints offense, 63.9. There are key offensive players on the IR for New Orleans. Las Vegas improved to 3-12 with their 19-14 home win at Jacksonville. The Raiders gained 314 yards, 69 rushing for 2.6 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 308 yards to the Jaguars with 72 rushing yards for 3.4 yards a carry. Aiden O'Connell, 24-38 passing for 257 yards. New Orleans drops to 5-10 with a 34-0 road defeat at Green Bay on Monday night. The Saints put up 196 yards with 67 rushing for 3.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 404 yards to the Packers with 188 rushing for 4.8 yards a carry. Spencer Rattler, 15-30 passing for 153 yards and a pick. Both teams eliminated from the playoffs. New Orleans in their past 3 games averaging just 11 points per game, 3.3 yards per rush, 5.4 yards per pass attempt. Aiden O'Connell does give the Raiders a better chance of winning. Short week and injury disadvantage here for the Saints here. The pick here will be on Raiders -1. All right, we got Titans and Jaguars here for Sunday afternoon. All right, let's take a look at this one here. Tennessee running back Tony Pollard and their right guard are out with receiver Boyd questionable. On defense, the safety's out. Jacksonville left tackle out and linebacker on defense out. No injury advantage based on the Chow ratings here. Tennessee fell to 3-12 after their 28-20 road defeat to Indy. The Titans gained 307 yards, 65 rushing on 22 carries. On defense, they allowed 458 yards to the Colts with 335 rushing for 6.7 yards a carry. Mason Rudolph here, 23-34 passing for 252 yards with 2 touchdowns and 3 picks. Jacksonville drops to 3-12, a 19-14 road defeat to Las Vegas. The Jaguars put up 308 yards, 72 rushing on 21 carries. Defensively, they allowed 314 yards to the Raiders with 245 passing yards on 38 attempts. Mac Jones here, 25-39 passing for 247 yards and a touchdown. Both teams were eliminated from the playoffs. The Titans' defense is in poor form as in their past 5 games, allowing 28 points with 5 yards per rush, 71% completions, 7.7 yards per pass attempt. The Jaguars' defense is in the better form as in this period, allowing 19 points with 59% completion rate. The Jaguars in this span throwing for 247 yards, 68% completions. The Titans failed to cover 13-15 here The pick here will be on Jacksonville to pick. Next up, we got Jets and the Bills Sunday afternoon. All right, New York receiver Adams and the right tackle are questionable. On defense, a tackle and corner, safety, and nickelback questionable. Buffalo starters on offense healthy. On defense, both safeties are questionable. Buffalo has a significant injury advantage based on the Dr. Chow ratings. The highest rated here is the Bills offense at 93.4. The lowest, the Jets defense at 76. Huge discrepancy there. Healthy Bills offense against a banged up Jets defense here. New York fell to 4-11 after their 19-9 home defeat to the Rams. The Jets gained 321 yards with 75 rushing for 3.8 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 242 yards to the Rams with 132 rushing for 4.3 yards a carry. Aaron Rodgers here, 28 of 42 passing for 258 yards with a touchdown. Buffalo 12-3, a 24-21 home win to New England. The Bills posted 324 yards, 172 rushing for 6.1 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 379 yards to the Patriots with 253 passing yards on 36 attempts. Josh Allen, 16 of 29 passing for 154 yards with a touchdown and pick. With a win, the Bills will be locked into the number 2 seeds. Jets are playoff eliminated. There is a 70% chance of rain with 18-mile-an-hour winds and temperatures at 58 degrees. The Jets defense on the road allowing 28 points per game with 4 yards per rush and 6.9 yards per pass attempt. The Bills offense in their past 3 games put up 38 points a game, 6 yards per rush, 8.6 yards per pass step. New York 2-7 of the spread on the road against winning teams. Pick here will be on Buffalo -10. Panthers and Buccaneers, this one here Sunday afternoon. Carolina right tackle is doubtful with receiver Leggett and a left guard questionable. On defense, a linebacker and nickelback are out with corner doubtful. 2 linebackers and an end questionable. Tampa Bay receiver Shepard and tight end are out. On defense, the safety is out with linebacker questionable. Tampa Bay has a significant injury advantage based on the Dr. Chow rating. The Bucs offense has the highest health rating, 80. The Panthers defense, the lowest rating here at 73.2. Carolina improved to 4-11, a 36-30 here home win to Arizona. The Panthers gained 392 yards, 243 rushing for 6.8 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 382 yards to the Cardinals with 206 rushing for 7 yards a carry. Bryce Young, 17 of 26 passing for 158 yards from 2 touchdowns. Tampa Bay 8-7, a 26-24 road defeat to Dallas. The Bucs put up 410 yards, 134 rushing for 5.8 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 317 yards to the Cowboys with 286 passing yards on 35 attempts. Baker Mayfield, 31 of 43 passing for 303 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. Carolina is playoff eliminated. The Tampa Bay is tied with Atlanta for the NFC South Division. The Panthers on the road allowing 30 points with 4.7 yards per rush, 71% completion rate for 7 yards per pass attempt. Their offense has shown improvement as in this period, putting up 22 points per game with 4.9 yards per rush. The Bucs in their past 3 games put up 31 points a game, 5.8 yards per run, 72% completion rate, 8.4 yards per pass attempt. The Panthers 11-4 the over on the year. The Bucs 10-5 the over. The pick here will be on Carolina and Tampa Bay over 48. Next up, we have Cowboys and Eagles Sunday early afternoon. All right, we've got Dallas receivers Tolbert and Brooks questionable with left tackle questionable. On defense, 2 linebackers and a safety questionable. Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts out, and on defense, a linebacker is doubtful. Philadelphia has a significant injury advantage, though, based on the Chow ratings. Both sides of football have wide advantages here. The healthiest unit is the Eagles defense at 91.7. Dallas now 7-8 after their 26-24 home win to Tampa Bay. The Cowboys gained 317 yards, 31 rushing on 20 attempts. On defense, they allowed 410 yards to the Bucs with 276 passing yards on 43 attempts. Cooper Rush here, 26 of 35 passing for 292 yards with a touchdown. Philadelphia fell to 12-3, a 36-33 road defeat at Washington. The Eagles posted 338 yards, 211 rushing for 5.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 368 yards to the Commanders with 255 passing yards on 39 attempts. Kenny Pickett in relief, 14 of 24 passing for 143 yards with a touchdown and pick. The weather will be 62 degrees with a 50% chance of rain and light wind. Dallas was eliminated from the playoffs. A win and the Eagles clinched the NFC East. The Eagles' defense in their past 3 games allowed 3.8 yards per rush with 5.7 yards per pass attempt. With a backup at quarterback for the Eagles, would expect a conservative game plan and to lean on the defense to protect the win. They have held division opponents to 15.8 points per game. The pick here will be on Dallas and Philadelphia under 38. All right, next up we got Dolphins and Brown here in a late afternoon game for you here on Sunday. All right, we got Miami quarterback Tua doubtful, receivers Hill and Waddle along with their left tackle questionable. On defensive linebackers out with the safety questionable. Cleveland receiver Tillman and tight end Njoku are out. The defensive starters healthy. The Dolphins have a slight injury advantage based on the Chow ratings. Miami improved to 7-8 after their 29-17 home win to San Francisco. The Dolphins gained 381 yards with 166 rushing for 5.5 yards a carry. On defense, Miami allowed 374 yards to the 49ers with 293 passing yards on 40 attempts. Tua, 22 of 34 passes for 215 yards and a touchdown. Cleveland drops to 3-12, a 24-6 road defeat to Cincinnati. The Browns put up 273 yards with 148 rushing yards for 6.2 yards a carry. On defense, the Browns allowed 326 yards to the Bengals with 210 passing yards on 30 attempts. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, 20 of 34 passing for 157 yards and 2 picks. There is an 84% chance of rain with 59 degrees though, 18 mile per hour wind. The Dolphins are long shots to make the playoffs and would be eliminated with Denver win. Tua was downgraded to doubtful following practice this week. With a Denver win, it's unlikely he'll play though. Tyler Huntley could start at quarterback with Skylar Thompson to back up. The Browns' offense in their past 3 games has been dismal here, averaging 9 points per game, 4.1 yards per pass attempt. The pick here will be on Miami -3. We got Packers and Vikings here on Sunday. Green Bay receiver Christian Watson questionable on defense. 2 linebackers and safety are out with a nickelback questionable. Minnesota has healthy starters on offense and defense. Minnesota has a slight injury advantage based on the Chow ratings. The Packers defense, the lowest health rating, 80.8. Green Bay improved 11-4 after the 34-0 home victory in New Orleans. The Packers gained 404 yards, 188 rushing for 4.8 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 196 yards to the Saints with 129 passing yards on 30 attempts. Jordan Love here, 16 of 28 passing for 182 yards with a touchdown. Minnesota sits at 13-2 with their 27-24 road win at Seattle. The Vikings put up 298 yards with 81 rushing for 3.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 361 yards to the Seahawks with 302 passing yards on 43 attempts. Sam Darnold, 22 of 35 passing for 246 yards and 3 touchdowns. The Packers defense in their past 3 games allowing 15.7 points per game with 3.7 yards per rush, 5.2 yards per pass attempt. Offensively in this period, they're putting up 32 points per game, 8.4 yards per pass attempt. The Vikings defense in this period gave up 270 yards passing with 7.2 yards per pass attempt. Pick here will be on Green Bay -1. Falcons and Commanders, your Sunday night game. Atlanta fullback Burns out. Their defensive starters are healthy. Washington receiver Brown and right tackle are out. On defense, a corner is out. Atlanta has an injury advantage here based on the Chow ratings. The lowest health rating is the Commanders' defense at 84.3. Atlanta improved to 8-7 after their 34-7 home win to the Giants. The Falcons posted 329 yards, 127 rushing for 3.3 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 234 yards to the Giants with 45 rushing on 13 attempts. Michael Penix completed 18 of 27 passes for 202 yards with a pick. Washington 10-5 with their 36-33 home win to Philadelphia. The Commanders produced 368 yards with 113 rushing for 4.7 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 338 yards to the Eagles with 211 rushing for 5.4 yards a carry. Jane Daniels, 24-39 passing for 258 yards with 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. There is a 96% chance of rain, 14-mile-per-hour winds, just 58 degrees though. As the day started, both teams were in the hunt for the division title. The Commanders' defense in their past 5 games allowing 4.8 yards per rush. The Falcons' defense in their past 3 games allowing 3.8 yards per run, 6.5 yards per pass attempt. Penix has upgraded that quarterback position. The Falcons in this period rushing for 4.2 yards here a carry, 7.8 yards per pass attempt. The pick here will be on Atlanta plus 3.5. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, my pre and plays, click that link in the description. That'll take you over to my page here at TonySpicks.com. And if you like this video, give us a like, a thumbs up. You really help our channel. I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you later.